The board exams are right across the corner, so it is very important for you guys to know the minimum score required in your grade 12 exams to get admissions abroad or to get scholarships abroad. So this video is going to cover the important scores required for countries like US, Canada, UK, etc. So let's get started. So now first talking about US, so US gonna make a cumulative GPA from your scores in grade 9, 10, 11 and 12. So they're gonna just make single GPA that will be called your high school GPA. And now you must have seen some converters that converts your GPA or your percentage score in your grade 12 to American GPA, that is out of 4, and those are wrong because, like, as you can see on the table, that it says if you scored more than 60% in your grade 12, then it will be 4, but that's wrong because every university have their own way of calculating their high school GPA. So that's why I will say do not trust any converter online, and the safest score to aim for will be 90%, so that you can at least get 85%, because once again you have to aim for the stars in order to reach the sky. So 85% will be a good score to get in your board 12 exam, so that you can particularly cross that criteria for the minimum GPA. But still you have to get a good scores in your grade 9, 10, 11 and 12, or even in your grade 12 predictor score, because that will be the score that will be sent if you are already in grade 12 and your result is not out, because this will be the first impression of your grades. So that's why these are very important, and they're gonna first calculate your high school GPA once again out of 4 using your predicted grade and all your grade 9, 10, 11 grades. So that's why I focus a lot on your predicted score as well, so that you can get a first impression of a good score. And once you will be accepted to the university, they're gonna say that if your grade 12 final exam score is close to 10% of your predicted score, then they will accept you, otherwise they will not accept you. Now, the minimum GPA required to get into top universities depends on university to university. Some universities may have a minimum cutoff of 3.5, but some universities may have a cutoff of 3.0. But once again, this is a holistic process. So they're not going to say that if you do not have 3.0 GPA, then they will not admit you, because they're going to consider your extracurriculars, awards, maybe you did a startup, maybe you have some work experience, and all will be counted in the criteria to check whether you will be accepted or not. So that's why you cannot think of GPA as the only criteria. So as you have seen, there is no specific cutoff for admissions, but there is one for scholarships. So for example, at Georgia State University, the cutoff is 3.0 GPA in your high school, and for University of Texas, Arlington, it is 3.25, and most of the UTs like UT Dallas also have a cutoff around that GPA as well. So that's why you have to focus well on your high school GPA. And also I want to give you an example of a student who wasn't able to get scholarship at University of Texas Arlington, and the cutoff was 3.25 and he got 3.13. So just because of 0.1 he couldn't get a scholarship. So his scores are as follows. So he got around CGPA of 9 in grade 9, 8.6 in grade 10, and then 83% in grade 11 and only 75% in grade 12, and that led to a GPA of 3.13 in US education system. And that's the reason he will have to pay around $40,000 instead of just $15,000 to $20,000. That is called in-state tuition fee with scholarship that he could have paid if he had 3.25 GPA. And which is quite sad, and he did not apply to GSU, which had a cutoff of 3.0 GPA. And once again, this conversion could be different in different universities, and that's the conversion scale used by UT Arlington. And also, if your board system is not as recognized as CBSE board, then you may have to get some WES evaluation. So for example, if you are from other board like Punjab board or Karnataka board, then you may have to send your scores to a WES evaluation company, and they will specifically convert your board exam scores into American education system, and then it will be out of 4. So you may have to spend like $100 to $150 to get that evaluation done. But in most of the cases, most of the boards are very well recognized now, so you may not have to get your WES evaluation done. So now talking about Canadian universities, so criteria depends on university to university. For example, at University of Waterloo, they only have set of rules or minimum cutoff for grade 12 exams. For example, if you are on CBSE, they have written that they need minimum 85% in your grade 12 boards and minimum 90 in mathematics. And I fulfilled that criteria, but I didn't apply to University of Waterloo. And if you will not get these scores, then you will not particularly get admitted. And now for scholarships to these particular universities like University of Waterloo, University of Toronto, the major criteria is extracurriculars, and if you get even better board exam score like 95%, then you can particularly get 100% scholarships. So one of my friends, he got 100% scholarship at University of Toronto, and one of my friend got 70% scholarship at University of Waterloo, and the reason behind that was they had very strong extracurriculars. So they had awards nationally, state level, and also one of my friend who got 70% scholarship at University of Waterloo had work experience even in his high school. So before even going to college, he had work experience from a real company. So that was very valuable to the university. So that's why they gave him a significant amount of scholarship. And same goes to some of the US universities as well. So try to gain some work experience, try to keep your extracurriculars strong to get admitted. But for scholarships, it depends on university to university. For example, once again, I said that for Canadian university, they might put more attention to your extracurriculars for scholarships. But in US universities like University of Arlington, GSU, they put strong cutoff. They have a cutoff for scholarships on your GPA. So once again, GSU had 3.0 as a cutoff for high school GPA, and University of Arlington or other UTs universities have cutoff of around 3.25. So this concludes that you have to aim for the stars in order to reach the sky. So definitely aim for 95% in your board exams so that you can at least get 90% or 85%, so that you can get scholarships and you can cover a lot of your tuition fee, more than 50% of your tuition fee with just those scholarships, and you will save a lot of money. And once again, for Canadian universities, you may even get scholarships with the help of your board exam score if it is above 90%. And for US, same goes as well, and it depends on university to university. And now I also want to let you know that if you are considering scholarships, then do apply for fall semester instead of spring semester. And I have personally seen majority of the students who applied for spring semester instead of fall semester didn't get that much scholarship. And for example, here at GSU, I have seen 2 students who got only 75% off instead of 100%, and also some at UTs had the same experience as well. They didn't get enough scholarship at those universities either. So that's why, once again, try your best to apply for the fall semester. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.